Hello, my name is Dr. Alex Herron. I work for Concordia University, Texas, and in this capacity for my ISTE certification, I am wearing the hat of the chair of our MED in Educational Technology and Innovation program, as well as an associate professor in education. I primarily teach graduate students who are all K through 12 educators or administrators in Texas. I usually teach in our Ed Tech program, two classes in particular, Foundations of Innovative Design, and our capstone class, Innovation in Emerging Technologies. But I also teach one class in our doctorate program, which is just digital learning, but really it covers the three frameworks, SAMR, TPAC, and UDL. So for the purposes of our certification process here, that is the hat I'm wearing. But I also wear quite a few other hats at Concordia. We're a small school, very, very small school. I'm our in-house resident instructional designer for our traditional faculty. So I help with numerous other classes, as well as some staff organizational development instructional design needs. I also teach undergraduate English literature classes, as well as leadership theory and practice classes. And then my last role as an administrator, I'm the Associate Vice President of Digital Learning Operations at Concordia University, Texas. So I've worked for them since 2012. For the purposes of my portfolio though, unless otherwise noted, my students are my education graduate students, the K through 12 teachers and administrators in Texas. So the ISTE certification process has been absolutely phenomenal for me. I asked my supervisor if I could do it back in May as things were shutting down as a professional development opportunity. I had no idea it would be nearly as comprehensive. I thought I would be done in a few months. I didn't think I would be sitting here in December doing my final reflection, but here I am. It's just been a phenomenal eye-opener. I thought I knew SAMR, TPAC, UDL, and some of the other foundational elements of the certification process. But this whole course, the Zoom lectures, and then the self-paced course in Brightspace has just really provided me with the space and time and the opportunities I needed to ensure that I am using the appropriate digital tool for the outcomes of my activities and projects, and to remind myself why I'm using those digital tools, not just to throw something at the wall and hope it sticks. So I was also reminded about how I love technology and new digital tools are so fun to try, but are they really the right ones for the job? And the certification process helped me walk through that and come out for the better. So it supported me, the certification process has supported me by making me consider which tools I'm using and why I'm using them to do certain lessons and activities, but also to know the way that I'm using them. Is there a better way? How am I supporting my students with these tools? Am I modeling the behavior that I want to be seeing? And am I clear on my expectations? Are all questions that I had to answer and that my classes are the better for because of this certification program. I also learned much better how to maximize the learning opportunities I was offering and engaging my students with UDL, particularly choice boards. I'd never used choice boards before until this certification process, and now I have quite a few opportunities of choice boards in my classes. The process gave me the space and time that I needed, but the ISTE standards for educators gave me the knowledge to advocate for all students all the time, not just my own students, but all students at Concordia University, Texas, to provide them the training, the needs, and the information that they need to be successful in not just the online learning environment, but all traditional and non-traditional classroom settings. We are high flex this year, so they are using a variety of new tools they've never seen or heard before. We're a very traditional campus. Even our 18-year-olds, you know, obviously they have phones, but they're there for the traditional campus experience. And so this fall has been tough on them. But we worked through that together, and I've been able to provide them training resources that have brought them along and helped them understand why they're using these digital tools to maximize their learning experience and engage with their peers and faculty. Also, I never thought I would memorize the ISTE standards for educators, but I'm pretty sure I have through this process. So my practice has changed as a result of this process because I'm now acutely aware of everything I do. It's back to being refocused on the student, for being student-centered and student-ready, regardless of what project it is, what assignment it is, It had been a while since I'd been in school, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I think my focus had slipped more to the budget or staffing needs. But through the ISTE certification process, my practice has changed because I'm back and recentered and refocused on student needs as the primary and the sole focus of everything I do. That's what they need, that's what drives us, and that's what will help our students succeed. And so that's why I am an educator, and I want to continue to be an educator for my students. I'm particularly proud of my portfolio because everything in it is either going to be implemented or has already been implemented. There's nothing that I'm just dreaming of. It's happening. It's happening at Concordia University, Texas. We are about to enter into our next 5-year strategic plan as an institution. I'm on the team of 11 that's driving that, and I've been able to take parts of my portfolio and make them university-wide initiatives that hopefully will make the final cut. We'll find out on December 16th, but I would love to see elements of the portfolio as university-wide initiatives for the next 5 years. I think that would be incredible. So I'm very proud of that. My goals for using digital tools as part of my educational practice moving forward is to remain relevant to the needs of my students. I never ever want to lose focus again. I realize some of my assignments are timeless. Others may need to be revisited as we get more digital tools, updates, new ones. I never want to be using outdated tools, technologies, or even frameworks for that matter, especially in ed tech. So I want to make sure I'm continuing to create that time and space for myself to be a lifelong learner and a lifelong educator. So thank you so much for this opportunity.